One last thing on this presidential thing, and I think y'all probably ready to get off of it. But did you see Jesse Jackson's?
Support for Sanders.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't. So he endorsed Sanders?
yeah.
yeah, you do it, Sam.
Earlier today, and he's in Michigan, and boy, he doesn't look like he looks subdued compared to the way he used to be.
I haven't seen his face in years, to be honest.
Yeah, he's getting pretty old.
And then
Yeah,
I know that he's re-elected year after year, just not even campaigning. People just like, Jesse Jackson, yeah, boom. What? That's a good question. What are the achievements that Jesse Jackson has?
What?
What has Jesse Jackson done? There's
What
like,
is it? What has he done for us lately?
yeah,
I don't know. I don't hear him in the news
because
that
he's
much.
senator, right? Or representative.
I don't know. Is he in government? I don't know what he does now. Right now.
Well, no, he's just a civil rights leader. I mean, he went back to being a civil rights leader. When somebody gets shot, police shootings and stuff like that. He shows up just like Sharpton does. Sharpton has a radio show though, so he
Good
comes
face.
on every day. I listen to him, for 10 minutes a day from the time it takes me to drive from home because he's on. He's on when I'm on my way home.
Yeah.
Al Sharpton. But Jesse still has his Rainbow Coalition thing. That's a nonprofit organization that he does the youth thing. To help youth, and he's always in the voter registration drive. To help black folks get. So he's still working. He's not. He's old, but he's not out. Just got to a point where he just does that community thing, and his Operation Push thing is all that stuff is still going strong.
Yeah.
You know, it never it's one of those organizations like kind of like the March of Dimes or something. It never went away. It just got quiet.
Yeah.
But he's there.
I said this to Valerie last night. I said, this coronavirus thing is Donald Trump's Katrina. And she didn't get it at first, and I kind of had to explain it to her. And I'm like, how, everybody has their big catastrophe that they got to deal with. Like, Barack Obama had to deal with that BP oil spill out in the Gulf. Well, and, George Bush had to deal with that big hurricane down in Hurricane Katrina down in Louisiana. And this is what I said to her. I said, this coronavirus is Donald Trump's Katrina.
Yeah, and he didn't handle it well either.
No.
He's right there on stage with the CDC guy, and he says, we had this thing wrapped up in 3 months, and the guy jumps in and says, no, it's going to take a year and a half, man.
Right.
At the minimum, a year.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't like that. His face turned red. He turns back to one of his guys and says something to him. We'll find out later what he said. But, apparently he threw somebody under the bus then. He was like, you didn't tell me that or something. I don't know what he said. But, and Donald Trump Jr., what a fucking idiot. He needs to just go somewhere and fucking hide.
Well, I just found all these articles, and I included under my politics here that I wanted some information about election, and then I also said Trump. And my God, I'm just look at all this shit. This knucklehead.
I watch CNN every day, and it's on there. All of this is on there. Just different talk analysts trying to break down some of these stories. They talk about Donald Trump Jr., dumbass, and they even had a thing on there today or yesterday. I don't even look at that stuff when I'm at work, so it must have been Friday. that Ivanka Trump could run for president and, and possibly win.
What?
Right.
So, I mean, hey, it's,
Well, you see this other one here talking about if Biden's the nominee, he might pick Michelle Obama as his vice president.
yeah, yeah, I heard that one too.
She ain't running for no fucking office.
Mm-mm. She
Shit.
didn't even want Barack to do it. So,
No.
ain't no way she's going to do it.
Mm-mm. No way.
Why
But
we shouldn't?
I
Because
can
well,
say
I
this.
know that she said that she wouldn't run for
President.
president. I mean, it's still too much to deal. Independently that it's a Democrat or a Republican. Doesn't matter if
Right
it
now,
doesn't matter if you are a Republican or a Democrat president. But
right now, the way this situation is, no, it's too much to be done, and they're not going to vote for a woman president. This ain't the
Even
year.
as even as the vice president.
This ain't the year for a woman nominee for vice president.
Yeah, there's too much on the line with Trump in
Yeah,
office.
yeah, too big. You got to put your biggest shit together, and it's not enough time for one thing. If it won't be enough time. It just it's to change everybody's mind right now. Yeah, really hard. So what they need to do is the two front top runners. And I said that before, and I think I was right then, and I said that before. The other one needs to reach back and bring the other one up, and they need all the support they can get. Otherwise, we're gonna lose this thing again. Okay, we went for the okie doke last time. We thought that everything was, you know, that the people were seeing, with, you know, the tapes grabbing the pussy and all that stuff. We thought all that was gonna work it out for us. People stayed at home. They said, "Hey, we got them now." You know, got a tape, talked about grabbing pussies and this and that, porn star thing going on. We got him. Fell for the okie doke. And Barack was telling them, don't go for the okie doke. Get out, vote, vote, vote. Don't
yeah.
lose, vote.
Hmm.
And they didn't do it.
And when the when the when the Democrats got divided by if Sanders doesn't get nomination, I'm not gonna vote for Hillary. I'm not voting for Hillary Clinton. That also divide the Democrats, and the consequences
Absolutely.
is this, knucklehead. Well, we had the
Absolutely.
first black president. Now we had the first orange president. God damn.
Yeah. There's nowhere in the world that Hillary Clinton shouldn't have reached out to Bernie with all the support that he had and try to bring him in. And I thought that maybe she did, and he turned her down, but there's never been no report of that. I don't think she did. She should have reached out and got him, man, and we wouldn't be in the tobacco that we in right now.
Probably.
That's what I think.
So, in the overall, do you think he's gonna get defeated or re-elected?
Pardon me,
Do you think that he's gonna get defeated or re-elected?
man. You know what? I think it's a strong chance that he could get reelected because once what I just said, I'm not falling for the okie doke this time. And the okie doke was that all the things, bad things that he said is going to come and bite him in the ass. Now, these people are numb to that. Now we got to fight. We got to fight We gotta fight just like, you know, for everything that we got.
Fight for our rights.
Yeah.
And everything that we got is bringing the supporters in from the other guy and use them as well. And they got to come together and support each other. Because if you let those guys go, and then those people the people that was gonna vote for Bernie, they just won't vote at all. They'll just say the hell with it. Fuck this election, you know. And so you need to bring whoever wins this thing, whoever's nominated, you need to bring the second guy in with them. If they go out and grab a Lonnie or somebody that ain't well known, they're gonna lose.
Yeah.
They're
Oh,
gonna
I
lose.
definitely. It's got to be a 1-2 punch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're gonna lose.
I mean,
So
that
whoever
was.
one of these guys
Well, at this point,
nomination.
should
You need to reach back and get the other one.
so at this point, I mean, it makes sense what you say. Now, if these are the last two contenders for the nomination, why not to just leave it as it's like, okay, you know,
Well, someone's got to be president.
okay, Biden, you're gonna be president, and Sanders, you're gonna be the vice president.
Well,
Why
Sanders.
not
Well,
be
well,
not
Sanders wouldn't
just
agree
like
with that. Sanders wouldn't agree. Right at this point, right now, he's
I
not
mean,
going to
but
agree with
okay,
that.
so this is what we're talking about. So at this point, it's not about the ego. It's about, hey, let's work together. I don't care if you're the president. I don't care if I'm the president. But president and vice president, flip the coin. Boom.
Oh, flip a coin.
and
There's
and
millions of dollars of donators on the line.
it's like
Well,
No, they got
so one of them is gonna get the nomination. Once he gets the nomination, he's got the backing of the Democratic Party.
can Biden be a vice president again?
Yeah,
Okay.
he could be a president. He could be a vice
he's
president again.
Okay.
Actually, I think by law he could actually get Obama if he wanted to, but
Oh,
As a vice president. Wow.
I didn't know
you
that.
gotta be willing to do it though.
Wow.
Yeah.
I never thought of that.
Yeah, gotta be willing to do it. Well, just like we said it before Donald Trump got elected. He could have got whoever was the nominee could have got Michelle Obama. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so
Well, so I was showing you on the screen here, but I never thought of Obama as a vice president.
yeah,
Holy shit.
That would be big.
Oh, that would be huge.
yeah.
Now,
you know,
but at this
that
point,
ain't
I don't
gonna
think
happen.
many people have thought about it. Haven't think about it.
They look at getting Joe back is bringing Obama back because they know that they are good,
Buddies.
friends,
Mhm.
and he will be welcome into the White House.
Right.
So I'm telling you, if Joe Biden wins, if Joe Biden wins and he elects, he brings in Bernie with him. Obama will be a frequent guest at that White House.
Or like an advisor. But here's the thing. I think Biden and Sanders' agendas are too far apart for them to get along.
Man, they need to get away from that bullshit, man. That's what the Republicans want. That's what they want, man. They want that separation, man.
Mm-hmm.
They want to break that down like that, and they need to get away from that shit. They need to fool these motherfuckers, man, and come together and start trading some ideals and shit.
I think a better strategy would be to ask Obama
Yeah.
to run with them.
Now, yeah.
No, I don't, and I don't think he would anyway. Why are you gonna play second fiddle? But I you know, these guys can do it. They can do it together, man. They just need to come together,
Well,
man.
that's a good
And
question.
and
Will
you
they
still
come together?
Yeah,
and
and
you're still gonna get Obama because he like both of these guys.
it's
And you know, like I said, you know, you're gonna see if that was to happen, you're gonna see Obama back in the White House visiting Joe Biden a lot, and Joe might even offer him some type of job. You know, I don't think he's gonna make him Secretary of State or anything like
Or
that.
chief of staff or something like
well,
that.
that would be
Yeah,
nice. Hey, what about it? Like, hey, dude, go and find something to put these guys in jail. All of them.
yeah,
Hire him as the attorney general.
Yeah, right. Ooh. Well, he was an attorney, right?
Yeah.
That's his profession.
Yes. He's a lawyer.
I'm sure this one wouldn't quit or, or get fired. You know, but what Kevin mentioned is true. Like, why not to work together? And there's when this question is being, like, it comes up. How much are them dependent or obligated to please all those people's donating for their
Right.
campaigns?
Right. The donate.
They have to. They don't just do a commitment to the country. So there's not commitment to the country. It's commitment to the people who support them to get there, to that point. When the country is asking you, dude, I don't care who you are, you got good ideas, help me out. Work for me. But that dude is thinking, man, who do I please? This guy or the people? When the Constitution says, we the people.
By the way, the person speaking right now has freshly in his mind "We the People" because he just got in. He just got on the American team. He's a United States citizen 4 weeks ago.
No, a week ago.
Oh, that
Oh,
was
no,
just.
you're right, 3 weeks ago.
It was 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Around the same time you're trashing your car.
Week after.
hey, congratulations, man.
Thank you, man.
I'm glad you with us. You know, I don't know what your track record was to get here, but I'm glad you made it. You know, we need more responsible people like you.
More Democrats.
Um,
One more Democrat wouldn't hurt.
yeah, because I don't know any Republican Mexicans. I really don't. I see these guys on the news, and I don't know if they paid to say what they saying or what, because it's ridiculous. I can't imagine a Republican Mexican born in Mexico, maybe born in this country to some other people, but and ain't just automatic citizenship or whatever. But I can't imagine somebody a Mexican coming from another country and being a Republican, because they're gonna start at the bottom just like black people do all over America, and they got to come up knowing that the Democrats is the ones that you know push for programs and stuff in the inner city neighborhoods, and they always been that way since I can remember. And the only and what Republicans do, their ideal of bringing up neighborhood is make the rich, and they'll reach down and grab you and pull you up. Well, Democrats think more or less the other way around, that hey, put the money here and we'll pull ourselves up. So, you know, I'm welcome to the, America, and I'm glad you're a citizen and made all of that and stuff. And got a lot of friends that work. You know, I work with uh, Mexicans every day. You know, a lot of them, they good friends of mine, and they, you know, we have a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun, and we have these conversations all the time. You know, some of them are citizens, some of them are not, and you know, some of them still love their country. They still love Mexico, and they got home. A couple of guys got homes over there. They want to go back to one day, but they, I know what the citizenship thing is, and they had to give up a lot of stuff to stay here, and so congratulations, man.
Oh, thanks, Kevin.
Well,
You know,
you see what I got on the screen there, where they're talking about Obama is reluctant to offer endorsement, and I just saw an ad tonight of Biden's where he's using Barack Obama the way Mike Bloomberg did. Him
Yeah,
saying,
Bernie Sanders too. Now, did you ever see the Bernie Sanders one?
"No, I didn't see him Bernie Sanders saying
Bernie
that."
Sanders got an ad just like that with Obama praising him, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
Same way, same kind of ad that you showing about Bloomberg.
Yep.
He talked about Bernie, feel the burn.
feel
You
the
know,
burn.
yeah, he's got one. But he said, until this nomination, and I think he's doing the right thing by that. Don't start confusing people with a whole bunch of bullshit. Now these guys can do those ads because that's documented. It happened.
Right. Those are his words.
Yeah, and it happened. It's not, it's public. It's
It's not
public
made
knowledge.
up.
It's
Right.
nothing that that they so they can use his image in that. I mean, I suppose if he told them not to, they'd have to stop. But he has no reason not to tell them to do that. But Bernie has an ad just like Bloomberg had an ad with him and Obama praising each other, blah blah blah. Obama praising him and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But what's what Obama doing is being quiet, is waiting for the nomination. Don't want to confuse the people.
Yeah.
Don't want to take nothing away from nobody. Wait. Once they say, Joe Biden is the guy, he's hitting the campaign trail. If they
Yeah.
say Bernie Sanders is the guy, he's hitting the campaign trail.
Right.
He's not gonna sit back and just let this
And
dude
make
walk,
the nomination himself. He
walks his
wants the
punk
people to
ass
make the
back in.
nomination.
You know, he ain't gonna let this dude Donald Trump waltz his ass back in there. He's gonna do everything that he can, for whoever gets nominated.
I heard Trump the other day, about a week or two ago, somebody was asking him, or maybe it was last year, someone was asking him about how was his relationship with Barack Obama, and he basically said, we don't have a relationship,
Trump?
yeah.
No.
And I'm looking at this picture when they shook hands in the White House. This was probably during the transition period, the weeks.
Man, Barack Obama was doing what our mothers taught us to do.
Be polite.
And that's it. Even after Donald Trump had made a statement.
That's where I was getting
the
to
White
you.
House messed up, blah, blah,
Still
blah.
my thunder.
You can hear Barack Obama when he walked back and sit down with Barack Obama. You can hear Barack Obama say, "Nice job." We do that. That's the heart of our people, man. We got big hearts. We do that. I'll tell you after you beat me in a basketball game, man, you did a good job. I'm mad as hell. I lost this fucking game. But that's how black folks is, man. We got a loving heart, man. And despite how we really feel about your punk ass, you know what I'm saying? Your racist ass, we will say, good job. Good job. But now we ready to get away from your punk ass, before we punch you in the face. Because, that's just common courtesy is what they call it.
After Trump, accused him of not being an American citizen, accused him of being a Muslim, accused him of all these things for 8 years, he still shook his hand in the office.
Yeah.
You don't see him really smiling there. He's just, neither guy's actually kind of smiling there.
That's the only way to tell us that, hey, I get it. I got to do this. I was taught better than this. I ain't going to pull my hand away like he did for Nancy Pelosi,
Right.
asshole, and just common courtesy is there. Don't mean you gotta like a person. Don't mean you gotta love a person. Don't mean you gotta go to the thing every day and have a coffee with them. You know, I don't do that. That ain't me on my job. You know, people know me. They know I'm a square guy, but I ain't no ass kisser. You know, and so, but I will treat you politely. You know, and you know, but it's guys that you got the Ben Carson up there. Those guys that kiss ass. You know, brown nosers they call them. You know, they run up behind the guy and they want to be around him all the time and sing with him and put their arm around him and shit. That guy don't give a shit about Ben Carson. You know, you know. But Ben Carson needs to show that he loves him. You know, so he basically is. He's a house nigga. You know. I don't want to get into the whole political Malcolm X thing, but that's what they call a house nigga right there, a rock tester, and that's the way he want to live his life, and that's the way if he could sleep at night doing that, that's fine. I couldn't. I wouldn't be able to do that. I'm just made of something different than that. Now my parents always, respected people and told me how to respect people, and we learned how to say thank you and yes sir, yes ma'am, and when we was in kindergarten and things like that. But this guy ain't doing nothing for me, so I don't need to kiss his ass. And if he was, I feel like I deserved it anyway, so I still don't need to kiss his ass. So. That's the way you gotta live your life. If you feel fine, doing that, fine. More power to you. And I don't diss you either. But don't expect it from me. I don't walk to the coffee machine and I actually had a Nazi boss. He was racist as hell when I got there. Well, after 20 years or so knowing him, he started to warm up to me. And he told me, he said, I only knew about black people from television. He said, I was raised in Germany or whatever. And he said, they was always pushers and dope dealers and thugs and this and that. He said, well, you're a nice guy. Can I buy you a soda? I told him, no. No, I don't need you to buy me no soda, man. I'm sorry that you learned about black people that way, but the way you treated people out here, I don't need to be walking with you buying a soda. That's not going to clear up your whole background because you with Kevin Stevenson. And I don't need no photo op with you, But thank you for acknowledging that, that's the way, that's the way you learn about black people.